Hey everybody, my name is Mark. I'm a disabled veteran. I served 14 years in the Army, retired out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Um, these videos I'm gonna be putting out here, they're to help me with my PTSD symptoms. I was told that if I talk about it with people, um, it would help. By my therapist, when I was in a group for 11 weeks, his name was Don Rose. Great guy. He helped a lot. Um, yeah, these videos are going to be my day-to-day life, dealing with the issues I have with depression and nightmares and mood swings and feeling dangerous or feeling like I should be isolated. Um, Feeling like I don't want to be bothered with anybody. People come talk to me and I'm just not even acknowledging their existence sometimes. Um, I have a girlfriend, um, and she lives with me, and she deals with a lot of my crap from PTSD. She's a good one. I'm gonna try to, when I get my stuff in order, I'm gonna try to marry her, or at least be with her for a very long time. So yeah, my videos are to help myself and also to let people know that they're not alone, to let other veterans know, or people who've had traumatic experiences that are going through PTSD. PTSD is not a strictly military thing. It's a whoever had a traumatic experience can have PTSD thing. So yeah, um, just maybe people knowing that they're not alone, that they're going through that there's others suffering just like they are. Not everyone goes to a support group. Not everyone gets therapy. Some people can't afford it, or the medical doesn't cover it, or whatever. A lot of the times, to be honest, in the military, um, it's the military policies um, encourage going to get help. This is not against the military policy. The military policies, if everyone has followed them the way that they're supposed to be followed, are really great policies. But a lot of the times, if you're, let's say, you're a leader or you're a soldier that was a performer, not having problems, there's a stigma to it. Like, oh, this guy needs to get help. So it could hinder you getting promoted or getting any kind of accolade of any sort. And that's not an Army policy problem. That's an Army leadership problem. Um, Now, I have been blessed that my specific leaders encouraged me to get help. Uh, my unit leaders, enforced it even, and they would penalize leaders that were subordinate to them but senior to others if they didn't enforce it as well to go get help. Then they would get punished for not doing what they were supposed to do. So yeah, I mean, I've been blessed to have that, but I've heard of soldiers in units that don't get the help they need because they don't want to be that quote unquote D-bag that needs to get help, or the weakling, the one that's mentally weak and not mentally tough. Having PTSD does not make you mentally weak. Having PTSD is a backlash of having having seen or done certain things that are outside your scope of normality that can cause a trauma, I guess. I mean, this is just me speculating. And a lot of this, what I'm telling you, is just I'm quoting or reiterating what my therapist told me, and he's a qualified, mental health specialist. I am not. So I'm not here to tell you that you have PTSD. I'm not here to tell you this is how you deal with your PTSD. This is how I deal with my PTSD. And the way that I would like it to help others is let them know that they're not alone and that there's someone that will relate to them, because I will relate to you. No matter how you came about your PTSD, a car accident, in the military, in a firefight, an explosion, you know, in the civilian world where you were in a fire or you lost your parents or something like that, heaven forbid, that's all PTSD. And no matter how you get it from any walk of life, your reactions are the same. You're still going to have nightmares about that situation. You're still going to feel some type of way about those situations. So, I mean, that's what I want these videos to be. I want people to see these videos, and people with my problems, or even people that support people that have these problems, to see this and to know that they're not alone. To know that others suffer just like they do. And I hope that I could shine a new light on this from a personal view. Like, you can see it on TV, oh, soldiers suffering PTSD, and everyone will feel bad for them, and I feel bad for them, and I'm one of them, but this is hands-on. This is my experience. This is what I'm going to tell you I go through, and then ways that I deal with it. If that helps you, if you do it the way I do it, or you try it the way I do it, and it works for you, then hoorah. If you don't want to try it the way I do it, that's fine. It's your own life. I'm just here to help myself and to help others by letting them know that they're not alone. And I've said that a lot. I'm going to keep saying that you're not alone, because when I first found out, I didn't know I had PTSD. I was getting trapped out of the Army because of syncope. Um, but when I went to do my mental health assessment, they asked me some questions, and the therapist said, "Did anyone ever tell you that you have PTSD?" And that's when I found out. I didn't know I had it. I thought I was just being a douchebag, or, I was finished with the military and I was acting out, but that obviously, that apparently wasn't it. So yeah, I'm keep dropping these videos. Sometimes they're going to be directly about my situation. Sometimes they're going to be about other things. Like, there's a guy on YouTube now. He's going by the name of Stolen Valor. I'm going to talk about him, not about bad about him. I'm not going to badmouth him. I'm not going to trash him. Everyone has the right to say what they want to say, either in social media or out in the open or on the telephone, in a microphone. That's their business. Um, but I've seen people like that, and I have my opinion about that, and I will voice that opinion about that. I'm also going to talk about people who don't support soldiers that have gone to war, and just don't support the military entirely. Uh, I have an opinion about that as well. That go both ways. I'm not biased because I was in the military. I'm going to have opinions about a lot of things, and I'm going to put them all here, as well as my bouts with my PTSD. It's going to go hand in hand. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to go hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder with everything. This is how I deal with my life, and that's how I'm going to present it to you. These are the things that I hear or I go through, and how I deal with it in my life. How my girlfriend deals with it in life. How my family members deal with it in life. About my regrets, about my nightmares, about my lack of sleep, about the times that I'll just sporadically just tear up, start crying or something. Um, it's gonna be one of those kind of things. So yeah, um, I'm here to help, and I'm here to share my experiences, and I hope that I can do both, and not get too far ahead to where I have haters, because what I'm doing doesn't require a hater or require someone to bash me, because it doesn't. Um, I'm not trying to generate people liking me or hating me. I want to help people, and I want to help myself. Well, nice meeting you all.